Hey, what's going on, people? Hope you guys are doing good. Today, I got a backpack full of Galaxy S22 Ultra accessories, and we're gonna go over my favorite accessories for this awesome phone. If at any point you feel like picking up anything mentioned in this video, I'll drop links in the description of this video so you can check the pricing and the items out for yourself. Let's do this. Okay, so first things first, let's talk about what I'm using to protect my S22 Ultra. Since I've received quite a few questions in my previous videos, this case is different than the case that I featured in my first video. This one is from Pitaka. It's a Mag-Easy case. And the reason why it's called a Mag-Easy case is because it features MagSafe. On the inside, you can see the iconic MagSafe circle, and it does have magnets built into it, so that way you can adapt MagSafe accessories to it, and it works really good. It's made of carbon fiber. It feels awesome in the hand. It's super thin and lightweight, and it's gonna protect the S22 Ultra's backside perfectly. On the front, you don't get too much lay on the table protection, but that's okay because I do have a tempered glass screen protector on my S22 Ultra. This one's from Whitestone Dome. It goes edge to edge, has a great oleophobic coating. The fingerprint scanner works perfectly. The only advice that I have is once you install the screen protector, go into your settings and re-register your fingerprint. It's gonna make a huge difference. It doesn't impact the touch sensitivity whatsoever, but if you do notice a decrease in your touch sensitivity, just go into your settings and go under display and then enable the increased touch sensitivity option, and it's going to fix it. But honestly, I don't think you'll need to. This is the best screen protector on the market for the S22 Ultra. Both of these, the case and the screen protector, are pricey, but they're totally worth it in my opinion. Another option is this Spigen Thin Fit case. It's actually quite a bit cheaper at like 20 bucks. It gives you a little bit more protection with some lay on the table protection, but it's still really compact and thin. Plus it flushes out the camera bump on the back. I attached a Mophie MagSafe adapter or ring to the back of the Spigen Thin Fit case. That way this is compatible with MagSafe accessories. It doesn't look the best. It's definitely not as clean as the Pitaka case, and it does kind of cut into your finger a little bit when you're holding it, but if you put like a wallet or something on the back, it's gonna be fine. You can even put like a pop socket or something like that, and that's gonna take away from the sharp corners of the MagSafe adapter. But in any case, it does bring some added functionality, which I definitely like, and this is a great affordable option when compared to the Pitaka if you choose to go this route. So one of the benefits of having a MagSafe case is you could take accessories like this Anchor battery pack and then snap it right onto the back of the S22 Ultra. Now the battery life on the S22 Ultra is great, don't get me wrong. The 5,000 milliamp hour battery is plenty enough to get you through a full day, but when you add on another 5,000 milliamp hours, which is what this battery pack is, you can get through a full day plus some. Not to mention this battery pack does have this little flap that folds down, and it acts as a kickstand just like this, so I can prop up my phone on a desk. And then when I'm done, it just tucks right away, or I can just pull it off completely altogether. Really, really useful right here. If you're not a fan of the baby blue color that I have here, it is available in several other colors. You can also put wallets or other accessories on the back of this, or you can use something like Pitaka's car charger, like this one right here, which is really nice. It features a carbon fiber little circle right here where your phone mounts. It has ventilation and a fan, and it is super modular when it comes to adapting to your car vent. So you have this little screw area right here that will hook onto your car vent, so you can screw it to make it longer and then shorten it going in the opposite direction, and you can also adjust the pivot. Really nice car mount, and like I said, the best thing about it is it just snaps right on. There's no cradle or anything like that, and then when I'm done, I just pull it right off. So that's just a couple of the advantages of why I like having a MagSafe case like this Pitaka one. So now that we've talked about what I'm using to protect my S22 Ultra in my favorite cases, let's talk about how you can get the most out of the S22 Ultra's cameras with my favorite camera accessories, beginning with this, the Powervision S1. This is the Powervision S1 smartphone gimbal, and I gotta say, when it comes to this gimbal, form factor is everything, because check it out. I can easily just slide it into my pocket, and then when I'm ready, I just pull it out. And to get it up and running, I flip open the back door, the main arm flips up, and then the secondary arm flips out like so, and then I just flip out the gimbal part. To attach your phone, there's a couple different ways you can do it. They have a little circular disc that use 3M and they'll attach to your phone or phone case, or you can use the universal smartphone clip that I have here, and it just snaps right on. And since I already have it balanced and mounted, I can go ahead and power it on, and I'm ready to go. So I know I just mentioned that my gimbal and smartphone is balanced. If you don't know what that means or don't know how to do it, let me show you. Powervision makes this super easy with this gimbal because on the bottom, there's like a hidden tripod. Most gimbals don't come with a built-in tripod. It's like a separate attachment. This one's an all-in-one gimbal, so now it just props itself up. I'm using the universal smartphone clip. Just make sure that it's on properly, and then it will attach right onto the arm of the gimbal because it's magnetic. So it's not going anywhere. Now I'll make sure that my phone's not leaning too far one way. So it's leaning a little bit to the right. So I'm going to push it over to the left just a little bit. So we'll go to the left just like so. And once it's able to balance itself without leaning in one direction too much, let's go ahead and turn it on, and it's ready to go. So right now we are recording in 8K using the stock Samsung camera app. So that means you can use this gimbal with the stock app, and it works pretty good. And the reason why I'm shooting in 8K is because it has the least amount of stabilization. So this is really a test of this gimbal. Let me know what you think of the footage. If you want more functionality out of this gimbal, you can download the Powervision S1 app, and it comes with a plethora of features like subject tracking, as well as different gimbal modes and ways that you can control the gimbal using quick function keys. So let's talk about those now. So let me show you a few things that you can do inside the Powervision S1 app. I think you guys are gonna like this. So inside the app, we have a few different modes. We have time lapse, we have video, we have photo, and then we have panorama. If I go under video, I can turn on subject tracking by toggling on this little box with a person in it. I'll hold up my hand here. I'll draw a box around my hand, and check it out. It is actually tracking my hand. As long as the background's not too busy, it does a really good job at tracking my hand. I can go ahead and toggle that off. Now up at the top, I have different things like filters. I also have flash control, or I can turn on hand gestures. So go ahead and toggle on hand gestures. Go ahead and straighten out the gimbal. Now I'm gonna go ahead and hit the record button. And if I step over here and I hold up a palm, it'll begin tracking me. And then if I hold up my thumb and index finger, it'll start recording. It's doing a little countdown, and now it's recording while it's tracking me. If I do a peace sign, it's actually going to take a photo, but first I gotta stop the video recording. Then I'll go ahead and do a photo. So it's counting down. So there's the photo, and now I'm gonna stop tracking by holding up my hand, and now the gimbal is no longer tracking me. How cool is that? That's pretty cool. That is definitely cool. But there's a few other things that this gimbal can do. So I'm gonna go ahead and straighten it up. Go ahead and bring it back around. And you can actually record video up to 4K 60 frames per second, given that some of the settings are disabled. Otherwise, it's 4K 30 frames per second and of course 1080p. Under photo mode, you can also track. So I can turn on tracking, draw a box around my hand, and then track my hand, and I can start firing off shots. So the app itself is really useful. And you can also go into the settings and dial in your settings for the gimbal. So you can control your control stick speed, the zoom speed, as well as toggle on sports mode, and then switch to different follow modes such as follow, tilt lock, and FPV. So the Powervision S1 app is really useful for getting the most out of this gimbal, but the gimbal itself actually has a secret up its sleeve, and that's the fact that this is a portable wireless charging power bank. Let me show you. So right here is the wireless charging coil. To turn it on, all you have to do is just hit the power button, and then I'll just place my phone on top, and you can see it's charging my S22 Ultra. This is like an all-purpose gimbal. It's a gimbal, it's a tabletop tripod, and it's a portable wireless charging power bank. Thing is awesome. So I got a lot of questions about this tripod in my previous video. This is the Peak Design tripod. This is the carbon fiber version. It's really expensive at like 600 bucks. If you're picking this up specifically for smartphone use with the potential of adding a camera in the near future, I suggest going with the aluminum version. It's like half the price, and it still comes with all the features. It's still super compact. The only difference is this is made of carbon fiber and the other is made of aluminum. That's the only difference. They're both the same exact size, and they both feature the hidden smartphone clip, which is in the center column, and you just pull it out, and now you can attach your smartphone straight to the mount up top. I have the gimbal attached to a Peak Design quick release plate, and thanks to the gimbal having a 1/4 20 thread on the bottom, I can mount the plate to the gimbal and then just mount it on top of the tripod like so. So I know I mentioned how compact this tripod is, but let me just show you how compact this thing can get. I'm gonna go ahead and loosen up the legs just like so. And if you're not familiar with the Peak Design tripod, then this is really going to blow you away because this is probably the biggest selling factor of this tripod. Go ahead and collapse the legs, tighten everything down, and look at this. That's how small this tripod is. I can literally fit it in my pocket. I mean, it hangs out a little bit, but that is so compact and lightweight. So the Peak Design tripod is really expensive, like I said. Even if you go with the aluminum version, it's like 400 bucks. A more affordable option is this little vlogger tripod right here. These things range from like 10 bucks all the way up to like 60 or 70, depending on the one that you get. My recommendation is to pick up the Rode Vlogger kit. You get a tabletop tripod, a smartphone clip, a light that does have gels, and you get a USB-C shotgun mic. Let me show you what this thing is capable of, because when you pair it with the Pro mode on the S22 Ultra, you can control the mic volume and you can shoot in 4K 24 frames per second and get really cool results. So let me show you. And if you're wondering what this little fuzzy thing is, it's actually something called a dead cat. It can come off and you can use the microphone without it. But if you're in a windy situation, you're gonna wanna put this on because it will cut back on wind noise a lot. You even get a diffuser to soften the light, which is really cool. The mic even has a 3.5mm headphone jack, so you can plug in headphones to monitor your audio. So this is the test using the Rode Vlogger kit. So I have the phone mounted on the tripod, I have it in the smartphone clip, and I'm using the USB-C shotgun mic. So the audio should be really good. Now I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the internal mics. So now I'm using the internal mics in the Galaxy S22 Ultra, and these mics are really good. They're still very capable, but the Rode Vlogger mic is actually more directional, plus it's gonna block the wind noise a little bit more. Let me know what you think of the quality difference between the Rode mic and the internal mics. So I have the Rode Vlogger kit hooked up. I have the shotgun mic going, so this is audio from the shotgun mic straight into the S22 Ultra, and then I have the LED light mounted up top. The LED light has 4 different stages of lighting, so this is the first stage. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it up to the second. A little bit brighter, the third, a little bit brighter, and the fourth, which is the brightest. You can see it lit me up pretty well. I gotta say, I'm pretty impressed. I'm in a really dark parking garage, and the light should be pretty soft for the most part. Another great thing about this tabletop tripod is that it can easily support a regular camera like a mirrorless or DSLR. You just screw it right onto the top. You can undo this little area right here and then position the ball head to where you need it to be. Also, it has 2 different stages to support. So you have the regular, which holds it up about that high. And then if you rotate this little center circle right here, loosen it, it will actually allow you to get basically flat on a table. So thank goodness that I have a screen protector on my phone, because during all this switching and swapping cases and doing all these accessories, I actually dropped my phone and I have a little chipperoonie right here, but whatever. In any case, let's talk about some gaming accessories to help you get the most out of the gaming experience on the S22 Ultra. So the first gaming accessory I have for you is this case. If you're into nostalgic or old school gaming, you're gonna love it. If I flip it over, it is a freaking Game Boy. We have a little LCD display, we have the controls. I already have it turned on, and we have 36 different games that we can play. And the best part about this case is that it has its own battery, so it's not taking up the battery from your phone, and you can just flip it over and start gaming. So we have Donkey Kong, we have Super Mario Brothers, we have Contra, we have Boom Man, Ice Climber, Circus, Pinball, tons of games here. I'll go ahead and load up a game. So we'll go over to Super Mario Brothers. Go ahead and load it up. Hit play. And check this out. Look at this. I'm literally playing a game from my childhood on the back of my phone. And if you're worried about this not being protective enough for your phone, well, the case itself is only like 25 bucks. It's gonna protect your phone. It's gonna take away from your phone's waterproof capabilities, so keep that in mind. It does have a built-in speaker. And overall, it's just a fun case. It's not meant to be the most protective case or anything like that. It's just meant for the fun factor of it, as well as the nostalgia factor, because if you grew up in the 90s or 80s, you're gonna love it. One of the best things to do on the S22 Ultra is to game using Microsoft's Xbox Game Pass, but to do that, you need a pretty good controller. The one that I recommend is the Razer Kishi controller. Let me show you why. First and foremost, this is a really compact controller, so as you can see, it is really small. If you look at it compared to the S22 Ultra, It's technically smaller than the S22 Ultra. It is thicker, but overall it's smaller. So we'll go ahead and unclip the back part like so, and then it just folds out. Then you just take your phone, you dock it where the USB-C port is on the bottom, and then take the other end, and it just clips to the top like so. And now we're ready to go. The controller has 2 joysticks, a D-pad, then you have X, Y, B, and A buttons, a start and stop button, an Xbox button, as well as the screenshot button. Plus you have your R1, R2, L2, and L1 buttons up at the top. It's a really comfortable controller, perfect for Game Pass. To take it one step further, there's even a USB-C port on the bottom with power pass-through, so you can connect this to your wall outlets, and then it's going to charge the phone while you game. That's pretty awesome. So check it out, I'm actually playing Doom right now on the S22 Ultra. And of course, this is gonna come down to your internet connection on how well it's going to play. You do technically need like a 5G connection in order to get the most out of this. Otherwise, you're gonna get a lot of latency issues and stuff like that. So this isn't the best that it can actually perform, but nonetheless, it's still fun. It's still working okay. It's just there has been a hit in the graphics area. You can see it's kind of fuzzy, but nonetheless, I think it's fun. And if you're a gamer, especially a mobile gamer, this is an accessory that you need to pick up. One thing I'll say is if you're using a thicker screen protector like this Whitestone Dome and the Razer Kishi controller, it kind of pushes on the corners a little bit if you're using the pads that come straight out of the box. They do have thinner pads that you can install on the Kishi controller to make sure that this doesn't happen, but of course this just happened to me, so I just wanted to throw that out there. So seeing all these bikes reminds me of my 2 favorite or essential accessories for the S22 Ultra, and that's a pair of wireless earbuds and a smartwatch. My favorite earbuds are the Galaxy Buds 2, and my favorite watch is the Galaxy Watch 4 for the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Let me tell you why. The Galaxy Buds 2 are easily some of the best wireless earbuds you can get for under 150 bucks. They're comfortable, the charging case is nice and compact, they have excellent battery life, the sound is top notch, plus they have noise cancellation and a transparency mode. Not to mention, you can create custom EQ presets inside the app. They're really, really good. And they work great with the S22 Ultra's reverse wireless charging. I did a dedicated video on the Galaxy Buds 2, so if you want to learn more about these awesome earbuds, make sure to click the card up at the top. So the Galaxy Watch 4 is my favorite watch for the Galaxy S22 Ultra. A, because it pairs beautifully with the Galaxy S22 Ultra because Samsung to Samsung, but also because the new version of Tizen actually supports Android Wear apps, so the app library just got a lot larger. Plus, I love the rotating bezel. The rotating bezel is where it's at. I like it more than the digital crown on the Apple Watch. It responds great, the display is beautiful, and overall it's just a great watch, not just for fitness, but for just casual wear. Look how classy that looks. The Galaxy Watch 4 is the truth, in my personal opinion. In typical Florida fashion, the weather just went from perfect to stormy weather, so we had to come inside, but that's okay, because the last 2 things I want to talk about can be done right here. The first thing is this Trio wireless charging pad, because you got your S22 Ultra, you got your wireless earbuds, and then you got your Galaxy Watch. How are you gonna charge all these things? Especially because Samsung doesn't include a charger in the box with their phones anymore. Well, that's where this wireless Trio charger comes in. You can charge your buds, your watch, and your phone all on the same wireless charging pad. You have a little circle area right here for the watch, and then a dual coil wireless charging pad right here for your buds and your phone. Really useful. The only downside is that this is capped at 9 watts, so you don't get the 15-watt wireless fast charging that the S22 Ultra supports, but it's okay because it's perfect for sitting next to your bed and then putting your phone, your headphones, and your watch on the charger before you go to bed, and then waking up and then taking everything off. It's perfect for that. The last accessory I have for you is this little portable SSD from Sabrent. This is the Rocket Nano. It is a little bit pricey, but any USB-C drive will work, including the little cheap thumb drives. So I'll link a couple in the description if you don't feel like splurging on this Rocket Nano. What's great is you can expand the internal storage of your Galaxy S22 Ultra with USB-C drives like this. Even though it doesn't have a micro SD card slot, you can still just take it, plug it right into the USB-C slot, go into your My Files app, and you'll see it pop up. Give it a minute. And there it is, USB storage 1. Tap on it, and you can move around files. so you can clear up some space on your phone by moving them to the portable SSD. And because this Rocket Nano is so small, you can easily slip it in a purse, bag, or even a pocket. And it's a quick way to offload files like photos, videos, or even music, or load music onto your phone. So definitely useful. So there you go. Those were my favorite accessories for the Galaxy S22 Ultra. Let me know in the comment section if you plan on picking any of these things up, or what are some of your favorite accessories. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider giving it a thumbs up. Remember, links to purchase anything mentioned in this video can be found in the description as well as the pinned comment. And I'll see you beautiful people in the next one.